Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program, so here we'll bring you the latest Arsenal news update as the drop all over the world. So for now, we'll start today's morning show. Alright, so Mikel Arteta they talk like Baba they talk plenty based on the players who don't get. Baba say we still need to get more players because we are short. And Fabrizio Romano put out this report this morning. And they say Mikel Arteta wants more players from the market. In terms of numbers, we are short. There's still time in the window. We hope we can improve the team. And with 6 players who we don't get, are they happy to say Arteta won't leverage this particular opportunity where we are seeing the Kroenkes spend this big, get become this intentional that we want to win something for the first time in a long while. So I remember recent reports talk so the Kroenkes no one even spend. Now Arteta they stretch that budget, say every money now, we'll buy now, we'll buy one more now, all that kind of level. So because there is no guarantee that subsequent summers when they come will spend as will spend like this. So now we say don't touch their mind to spend. Moku milk them. So I like the fact that Arteta is still asking for more like Oliver Twister. Give me more. I still need. So now with the setup of the team, people like me still think we need Odegaard cover and we need a left winger. Those two. Just make them shall bring one. You get. Now I go prefer me them bring in Eberechi if he still deputize us on the left and still play number 10 than for them to bring a single left person. Now what me with that, assuming say maybe the money no dey enough, so they won't confide. Okay, no, just sign one. I will prefer somebody like Eberechi or Javi Simons that can also play on the left. I would say me go prefer, but well, because if something do Odegaard now, we are left is only one area, and for me, I don't really subscribe to that line of thoughts because I think that place, that role, that number 10 role, the guy Nwaneri is supposed to learn on the job, to follow people. Not saying no play there, but I think it will be too big on him because the pressure for next season is going to be bigger than any other thing we don't see because we are going to next season to win. You know the good they go add to numbers or go finish second. We want to improve on what we've done. Even when they say they talk and say we go win next season. That's the expectation from everybody, both the coach, both the manager, both the assistant coach, everybody. So, but no be my hand today. So we could just see what Arteta getting stuff. But I like the fact say the ginger them say we must bring more players. And I don't know how many of you don't see this particular video with the trend now. So this video took place in 2022. The context of the discussion. So in rights when they ask Arteta on how we take the recruit players. Sure, you go like to go for player, you say that one like to join Arsenal in the first place, or now you go convince them. Arteta when they explain say if I have to convince a player to join us, it will hold me back a bit because it don't really make sense. Say in the like make it be saying that the player they fight to join, then in go talk to the player. Say in calling the player, and I just to tell you the projects how far. See the plan, we will use you as a number 9. The girls won't try to disrupt the monopoly of the league leaders, all those kind of things. But not be say we're going to convince you say Man U, Arsenal is better than Man U. No, you must join us. You must have that self-conviction. Say why this thing come up now because of what Gyokeres do. Look at Gyokeres, compare him to Shesko. Shesko felt like, you don't buy me, buy me. Me, are too good. I want to play for a special club. But Gyokeres was fighting to wear the shirt. Say, it's now nothing. I know they go anywhere. So that kind of thing that go ginger you. You get to go make you say, this guy come here. He's going to die for this shirt. So that's the way Arteta they explain, and the video has gone viral. And that was a long time ago, 2022. Noni Madueke. Arsenal nothing. Christian Mosquera, Arsenal nothing. Noga, Noga the one go Spurs. When you get Arsenal, they try to say, hey lady, me fema, I want to go Arsenal. Kepa Arrizabalaga, Philip Arsenal nothing. Check out the 6 players who sign. Zubi, Befun, Arsenal, get Liverpool, Abe day or day. Everybody Arsenal nothing. You get. It's not a coincidence. It is intentional. You get. So that's what it just be, and I want to believe say this ability is itself. It's not nothing but the wait. Yes, he don't tell Bayern, he don't tell Chelsea say that's me at the wait to my first choice. Unless them come say they no want, I'll come to look for other choices. So that's it just be a nice one. I am really like I'm happy. Now, away from that, so we call it yesterday asked around book their Gyokeres medical. I think we got this report yesterday, but now yesterday the guy go fly to Singapore for a medical, and provided everything goes on to plan. Say Aston they line him up to play against Newcastle, because you know today is going to be the first match against AC Milan, so we go miss this one. So the match against Newcastle, now they draw line, say okay, he go involve for this one. So let's be watching, keep our fingers crossed, and everywhere goes to. Now, away from that. All right, so another report why I can't see this morning while I was doing research. Let me the fact say Eric Cantona will be one of the senior men for Manchester United. When you talk about fan loyalty, when you talk say you can change your wife, your politics, your religion, but never can you change your favorite football team. And what's in the talk, it resonated with me, like I concur, and that's why most times I wonder when people say, I know the support Arsenal again, I know the support Arsenal again, this one like. Something like this now, I don't think there's anything that will happen at Arsenal will make me consider to support. How I want it done. So I want to support Manchester United, I want to support Chelsea, I the Man City, I want to support. How? That means you were never anybody if you get that kind of mindset. The truth is you were never a fan. Now the way me personally this year. Because I don't understand how you fit the one. I know some people in this community will tell you say, I choose. The way I love Arsenal. I notice I love my better half like that. I notice I don't ever love anybody. That's why they make people cry. That they don't understand the emotional attachments they share. Why this are the type of people say that they count down. We say football, person pie, they watch ball. Not just go down and because there are some dark side of this football loyalty. Say when they say it will make you go gaga. Yes, what? It's all good. Now, another thing we're going to see for Chelsea. Let me the fact say Chelsea don't advance in talks like personal terms with Xavi Simons. So the expectation is that he will accept personal terms. In fact, the guy is keen to join Chelsea. He's sold on their project because obviously I didn't first go meet him. So Arsenal and Bayern, they still observe. But Chelsea won't do the thing sharp because they know say Arsenal and Bayern say their project self makes sense. Yeah. So Chelsea won't try to get the guy quickly. But let's see. But why me I know for and because ability is a day and some of them are similar profile. So we could go for one. So if Chelsea go for this one, then I think Arsenal will settle for ability who I think is an Arsenal fan. So I need already place us above everybody. So I don't think it will be bad for us to go and get him. So now obviously Gyokeres has been sorted out. Once to do the medical paperwork signed, everything is signed, done, delivered, we can't go back for abilities. Like you're hearing Mikel Arteta, we still need to get more players. I want to say if it makes sense, I no get issue. Now, Martin Zubimendi can reveal why he rejects Liverpool and why he joined Arsenal like 12 months later. So, Baba can explain say the truth be say he don't even know what Arteta see for his body. You get he say I don't know what he saw in me, but I saw him as one of the top coaches in Europe. I wanted a quality coach when I left Real Sociedad. I think I found him. In the few days I've been here, I've seen how meticulous he is about every aspect of the game. So I think he's the one. Arteta is the kind of coach who expects a lot from his midfielders. I'm going to try to do things I didn't do before. Playing in that position, I'll try to bring balance and provide that passing outlets that I'm known for. Beyond that, I'm sure he will ask me to do new things, and that is true. That's why I go hear people like Odegaard, people like Declan Rice, most players, Timber, when they come outside, they will say, it's like I didn't know about football before. As I come here, I thought I could change my orientation. You get, they bust my brain. I can't unlearn to relearn new things. You get. Then tell Declan Rice say, Baba, if you come on for West Ham in the future, you're not going to play defensive midfield. You go there number 8. They bear and they bomb forward. You not go believe. Because what you know Declan Rice not waiting for Arsenal today. Not being primary role for Arsenal today. His supposed primary role when he was at West Ham is now his secondary role at Arsenal. Waiting at that. If they tell Merino say one day you go play number 9, Baba no go believe. And say go play and where? Because when you look at his numbers, you say he go 4. Now so Arteta be. You go change your orientation. My schedule they celebrate today. They tell her when they do for academy say, Baba, last now fullback you go play, Baba no go back. Because Arteta change the trajectory. So Zubimendi said don't see the blueprint. Don't say, oh my, this coach say If I go here, this guy will go change my pattern or come carry me go another place, or maybe I fit still dey there, but the way I go take dey handle the things go different from wetin I don dey used to. That's Arteta for you. The only thing wey go make Arteta become one of the greatest managers that have graced the EPL na to win something. I believe if he wins something, they go hold am in high esteem. That's just the truth. Winning something. Now, Zubimendi said a whole lot today. If only talk say, see, whether they ask him about playing at the Emirates Stadium, say, of course, when you sign for a club, the first thing that comes to mind is playing at home and soaking up the atmosphere. I heard that last year was a very, very special one. Yes, so last year we played in Madrid, played all those people not there. So it was special. Also, equally talk about, say, football comes down to details, especially in the Champions League. Arsenal were the only team that totally stood up to PSG and they let it slip because of minor details. So now, Gunnar's blog, the Arsenal arm of the Athletic, now put out this report. When I saw this report, I was like, wow. So many say, see what they talk. Say, look how PSG they scatter people 5-0, 4-0, although Chelsea beat them for final. But look how they discover those English things. But when they themselves meet us, if not be all those red card, if go collect that year, get some kind of things, and luck we know they are outside because their keeper themselves too tall. If not, Aji themselves for testify. Now, Merino call talk about Martin Zubimendi say we are going to be living pretty close to one another, not in the same house though. So we have the same mentality of being close to the training ground, so we can spend more time there and not waste so much time in the car driving because the London traffic no be here. I would say, Baba they talk plenty. Then finally, Zubimendi got to talk say the most important thing about Arsenal is that they learn from previous seasons. The lessons they have learned from how last season ended will be key to getting even closer to this year's target. Me, I don't need this guy mentality. They have very, very strong mentality, and it's all good. So let's bring you first message from one of our sponsors, Mobi Wealth Associates and Co Limited. They are into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate, and shore protection works. They're also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on +234 8064642234. They're located at number 7 Kenny Road of Razi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port Harcourt. So if you're interested in any of the services, please do reach out to them. Now, away from that, also Mourinho said, when he talk about this our new striker who just signed this with Gyokeres. Now, he says, see, the truth is, the guy is a very, very great player. The guy is a good player in B, you get. So Gyokeres is a great player, I have no doubt about that. Sporting had a way of playing largely around him and adapted to him. So I don't know what Hugo Viana and Ruben Amorim initial thinking was. But the major reason we make Mourinho they put out this statement now because the media they talk say Gyokeres rejected Fenerbahce. So Babaka doesn't lie. Say they are all lies, gets. But he no deny say them make a move. You know, say during all this debacle, we say Arsenal one side, the guys on one side, all those arguments that time. Fenerbahce self enter like Man U. Say them won't carry the guy on loan. So you can tell them say respectfully, say in preference na Arsenal. If to say maybe Arsenal no can work out, maybe Arsenal can default because for the guy's side, he guide tell everybody say Arsenal they go. Unless maybe Arsenal can lose guard, they will come consider other people. In fact, you see why I was advocating for Manchester United not to win the Europa League and qualify for Champions League. If to say Man, you get a Champions League, and many of our committee members share the same sentiment and follow the same line of thought with me. If to say Manchester United win the Europa League, they forget this Champions League slot, and by virtue of that, maybe Gyokeres will go join them. But because of that Champions League they don't get, and they are not title contenders, like there ain't nobody. So now there ain't nobody that cheaper. You get. Look at that preseason. They no add Anthony. They no add Sancho. They no add Rashford. The expectation is that they will leave. If they leave, who is coming in? In fact, this Brahim Buemo, anyway, it should be in the next season. We'll see how many goals he will score for the Manchester United. Because that will be me. I can see him. All right, so I hope you are aware that today, 12:30 p.m. this afternoon, Arsenal is going to be playing against AC Milan over there in Singapore. So a nice match. Yes, I think by now, safe lineup will on the commerce side. We'll see who and who Arsenal will use and how the match will go. We will go live. We'll talk about the match. We'll go live. In fact, we are doing watch along for the match. Yes, we'll be live all through the time where they will play that game. So that's one new program to introduce now. Now, Gabriel, I'm going Agbala also when they talk about this Victor Gyokeres. So he can talk say, so because he don't get the argument of because people always compare Gyokeres with Darwin Nunes because now Portuguese them come from. They always compare them. So he can talk say, see, he's convinced that Gyokeres is better than this Darwin Nunes. You get say in the 100% convinced because Darwin Nunes not really do as much as this Gyokeres over there. So Agbala said, I think you've got to look at him. Gyokeres is 27. You get for him now it's go time in the peak. You get so he doesn't need to acclimatize or get used. No. So the guy just to now plug and play. The guy just better. So when the guy did Coventry, he scored 40 goals in 97 games. Then you see they learn the work. You get not bad, solid, and they were still learning the trade. At the end of the day, 97 goals in 102 appearances. Some people try and use the Nunes example. Nunes got 48 in 85 for Benfica. So his record is a lot better than Nunes was. Nunes is near enough shots. I'm not too waste time with this story, but now the cocoa be that. In fact, because the reason say, who were critical when they come, why don't they compare them to Darwin Nunes? I'm sure Bundesliga na IPA. Is it the same intensity? Is it the same intensity? They are outliers. Players will be say, like Eliana, will say, anywhere they go, the entire, they don't need acclimatization. It's their body, you get. And me, I would argue that Gyokeres has been the better player than Haaland. Gyokeres is the dribble. They go for the wings, they take on to their court, bomber. Have you seen Haaland do that? Have you seen Haaland do that? I never see him. You get. So I would even argue he's a better. Like people never understand what they are going to happen next season. Not just to watch. They never know what's in the come. Gyokeres said this a matter of say, Haaland, Lewandowski, all these people. I'm in their circle. You get. And I'm coming. What thing I do for Portugal? And they come down for EPA. So, and you are playing for a team like Arsenal. In fact, if you ask me, I would say the person who will enjoy Gyokeres the most and Odegaard. Odegaard needed runners. We will say, give her the through ball. We've not had that since the days of Aubameyang. Since Aubameyang comes, we've not had a number 9 that is a runner. We will say, you go get a through ball. You go better like. You know how fast Haaland is. That's how rapid Gyokeres is. We will say, we'll give her the ball. Go better, jack anybody, dribble, cha. Cause penalty. Now we go to see penalty with the flow like water. Because we have somebody. The sisters are choosy, don't start. Alright, let's move away from that particular story of Aubameyang and Agbala when they talk about Gyokeres. Now, another two on the sea. Nwaneri agents. How come as I call they set the record straight? And you know that Nwaneri's agent is his father. So Baba called the top say during the negotiation. Where then they negotiate with Arsenal, there was never a time when Arsenal say they will guarantee him became playing time. See, there was never a time where something like that happened. And I think there was somebody that actually put out this report before, say, true, this guy not asked for, I think it was David Onstein, say, game time guarantees were never a part of the discussion. But now we are hearing from the horse's mouths, talk sports, the talker, say, he never requested for that, say, now false story. Because people like me wondering, what is the guy why go they give us now ultimatum then? But we say anyway, it is his prerogative. What we will do? We can't force him to say what he don't want to say or what he wants to say. Now it's happy anything like make them talk. But now at least we don't everybody clear the air. Say nothing like that ever happened. Now Job Bellingham, we can hear say this guy was used by Borussia Dortmund to poach Nwaneri. Although Ethan no agree, no listen to them. They say two of them they be good friends. Now, according to Sky Sports Germany, they say Nwaneri was Dortmund's preferred attacking player, and there had been intensive discussions over him in recent weeks. Dortmund's new boy Bellingham reportedly tried to convince Nwaneri to join Dortmund because of their good relationship. But at the end of the day, Nwaneri say, no, I'm on Arsenal. I'll go join Arsenal. Okay, so at the end of the day, I think he made a good choice. Yeah, so that one he did good well. Now, Christian Mosquera, in case you are not aware, Christian Mosquera is with the Arsenal team in Singapore. So a formal announcement is expected today. Even Charles Watt self-talk and say, in the surprise, Arsenal never announced this deal. Okay, the boy don't go Singapore. By the time we go play against AC Milan, he no go follow, but at least he go there for the stadium. And TV stations are going to be there. Camera go pan, come for your face. And when that does happen, it go there awkward. Camera will show player to the world as an Arsenal player, whereas Arsenal themselves never announce them. So everybody expects Arsenal to announce the player. In fact, that's why they say before the match, Arsenal is supposed to not announce them, but he doesn't know what is causing the hold up. So everybody said they observe. Highest they go tell the player making no near the stadium, make camera no pick up because it would be somewhat awkward. At the same time, Arsenal is expected to complete a deal for Gyokeres today, with all documents being signed between the clubs, according to Sacha Tabulary of Sky Sports. Yeah, so remember, I said yesterday, Hand of Arsenal told us that Arsenal, like exchanges of documents when they go on, they are trying to sign everything and make it official. Yeah, so they are still doing that. After that gets done today, I want to believe Sporting Lisbon will give Gyokeres the green light to travel to Singapore and go and do his medical. But because they think, say, you know, say they say they won't find out. What if the court say, lie, go pay our fine before we give you the green light? What if? Because there's nothing Sporting cannot do. What the Sporting come and say, will they fine you 2 million? We'll pay our fine. If you don't pay our fine, then you give green light. What happens next? I don't really know. Or they'll just forgo the fine. Say, well, carry your hand and they go carry. Well, we could just watch. If such information comes up, I will let you know. Now, away from that, we're going to hear say Arsenal and Fulham are currently in talks over a loan deal with a permanent transfer attached for Reece Nelson. That's a loan with an obligation to buy or a loan with an option to buy. We don't really know, but with time, we are going to find out. And this Fulham really they push. See, they won't sign this particular player. See, they really like it. They push, go on, get so, and that one self day. Now, Xabi Alonso don't inform every player of the Real Madrid setup their role. What is their role will be for next season? So when they mention this, the first thing that come to my mind is Shey don't tell Rodrigo in role, because this Rodrigo where they make mouth since Baba never talk say one come out. It's still there. You get it's still there. So now, obviously, for the manager to tell you your role, it means that you and the manager don't see one view and I don't talk. So in the coming days, we are going to know whether Rodrigo still won't leave. Rodrigo still won't stay, because but Fabrizio Romano, the report say it is quite difficult for Rodrigo to decide to leave Real Madrid. He has a soft spot for Real Madrid, and so more just to watch. Anything we decide, I will let you know. Now, this particular report that I saw today from the Football London, the report strictly die. Now, I record put out that report. They come to say Gyokeres compromise, which saved Arsenal transfer. The argument say Arsenal and Sporting Lisbon, they argue on the add-ons. How was it resolved? Now, speaking of Andrea Berta's hard work, record understands that Arsenal have managed to reach an impressive compromise with Sporting President Federico Varandas to sign Gyokeres. It is understood that Varandas wanted the 8.7 million in add-ons to both be easily achievable and for the majority of the money to be paid in the first 2 seasons. However, Arsenal managed to talk him down and agree. Arsenal no get problem with the money. But that 2 seasons where the guy they put, Arsenal talk him out of that and told him that they want to spread it out for over a longer period, like maybe 3 seasons or 4 seasons. At the end of the day, when push came to shove, Verandas caved. You see what they talk. Arsenal fought and won the battle. They didn't allow Sporting bully them. The way Napoli bullied Galatasaray. Remember, I said 2 things. One of them will happen. It is either Arsenal will cave and succumb to the pressure, or Sporting Lisbon will adjust their standing and also cave. At the end of the day now, Arsenal have proven to the world that we are not pushovers, which is the way it's supposed to be, because you look at things from the point of view of a businessman. Don't always look at it from the point of view of a fan. Pay the money, until they ask, give them. No. They don't do things that way. So I'm very, very happy. See all the things why they talk since. Arsenal actually stuck to their guns. Say no. Because Sporting itself get big stake. I know that will help us. Almeria president warned them. Say, see, when I tell us say now the money for Gyokeres na the wait to come run this deal, they wait for you. We get people who won't come help us run this deal. So if you don't say this Luis Suarez our striker, you want that, how am I going to do the business? So they say get their own external pressure where they affect them. The way they are using propaganda with the media and try to turn the Arsenal fans against Arsenal board, so that Arsenal will be under immense pressure. You get? I told you it's a game of cat and mouse. Who caves first? Who blinks first? So at the end of the day, Arsenal got what they wanted, and to say the deal, everything now stew now everywhere good, so it makes sense. Now also, we're going to look at what's the happen for Ruben Amorim. So Amorim preference is to sign the striker with the Premier League this summer, and that striker I want to believe is going to be Oli Watkins, because I'm the striker for the EPL we get experience. So I want to believe Man U will get Oli Watkins at the end of the day. So my dear Salvas, the biggest news of the day, and the fact that Mikel Arteta, who's the Arsenal manager, in the talks, so we still need more players because we are actually short in our team. And Fabrizio Romano also they put out that report So I think it's a fine place for us to call the show and end with that being said. So till I come your way later this afternoon when we look at the match between Arsenal and AC Milan. So then thanks for tuning in and enjoy the rest of your day. And get out. All right, guys. Ciao.